Hello, everybody. Hello, the internet. Oh my God, I forgot to make my Instagram post again. I am never gonna remember to do this correctly. Don't mind me while I do this really quick, as always. The problem is like, I was gonna stage it ahead of time, like with a photo, and just be like, join me at this time. But I think majority of people, when they join, they only join by like clicking the link. Like, so you have to be live while you're doing it. So just don't mind me. You get a little peek behind the scenes here, as always. Hello, everybody. It is a rainy night here in Orlando, so I am on YouTube just chatting and hanging out with some fun people. So if you want to come in and join in on the conversation, please click that link below, and I'll see you over there live right now. I don't know what the pointing finger was. I meant to do this. Well, that was embarrassing, but guess what? One try. We're rolling right into it. My hair's a mess, too. It was raining like crazy. It's still raining right now. It's like, but it was like lightning, crazy. It was insane. Okay, let me see. My phone didn't update. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I thought I had saved a note so that I would do this. Yep, there it is. Okay, sometimes it takes a second. Technology and I, we're not good friends, as you've all witnessed firsthand before. So, how is everybody doing? I hope you're all doing well. Like I said, it's pretty like rainy and crazy evening here. Okay, do you guys think I should just like delete these when I'm done so people don't get confused? Okay, posting that did it. Okay, oh, okay, I've got a great question here. Megan Gray is asking, what are we drinking? Well, Megan, if you'll notice right here, I have myself an old fashioned. So today I came across the brown cinnamon sugar simple syrup, the Clavin, the people that make that simple syrup. I did that. So that's bourbon. There's 2 ounces of bourbon, 1 ounce of that brown simple cinnamon sugar syrup, and then I've got 2 dashes of black walnut bitters in here, and then I dusted it off with a little bit of cinnamon, and we've got ourselves the cherry in there as well. So let's try it. I haven't tried it yet. Oh God, garbage. No, this is actually freaking delicious. You know what would like, bring this up to another level? I think adding like 1 ounce of like a really filthy apple cider, like one that's super cloudy and everything like that. And like a traditional gay, I also have just water in my cup here. Erica, I see you in here. Your slime cup's in my car, and I have a friendship bracelet in my car for you too. Not made by me, so don't get your hopes up. But yeah, so what was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, I got my software working, so I can share some of my What We Do in the Shadows photo shoot with you all. I just need another minute to kind of, when I went to put them in here, they weren't sizing correctly because of the format like I took them in. So I'm basically like resizing them so we don't lose the photo here. But I wanted to share it with you all because I think I had talked about that in my last live stream. Of course, I remembered when I had about 1 minute before the show, so there was that. Okay, I have been... Oh man, this one actually had 3. I have been just like a little... Obviously, I've already told you, like a little stressed out. Just like, not because of this, it's just like my friend has not been in good health, and I'm not blaming my stress on that, but I definitely know that I'm manifesting that stress and other aspects, and one of those is like retail therapy, but I'm not necessarily for me. So there was like a big annual pass holder sale at Walt Disney World this last week, and I went like twice. I spent way too much money, and I went to the to the um, to the cast member one with a friend today as well. And of course, I got more stuff because I was like, I don't know if you know this, I started a personal Patreon, and on that, I like to do giveaways. But the idea of that Patreon was originally to kind of help you, like you helping me find homes for things like I already had around here, which is like a lot of stuff where I'm like, okay, it's going to find a new home and it's going to be happy with somebody I know, and they're going to be able to, you know, get it for so much less than you would get it. Like like it's better than the process of going through eBay, and I don't know. There's something a little more personal in that touch. It feels like a little more like a yard sale with friends, and yeah. But now I've gotten like hooked on like being like, okay, well, next month's contest, like October's contest, you'll get that stuff in November. But November's contest, you're gonna get that stuff in December. And I know the holidays are coming up. People got Hanukkah, people got Christmas, people got all the other holidays. Whatever holiday you choose to celebrate or not choose to celebrate, all that stuff is coming up. So I was like, oh well, I want to do extra stuff because people have been so kind and supportive and like just so wonderful to me that I want to try and, you know, give back. Obviously, that extra support is incredibly meaningful with the like financial hit I took of recent time, and so like, you know, and I had a friend who was like, "Yo, if this is supposed to be helping you financially, like they're like, you can't break even." Was like, they're like, you gotta like have a thing, but I don't know. I'm just not good at it. Anyway, I do want to let anybody know who is a member of that Patreon. By the way, I'm gonna I posted all the contests for this month for September, and you have until Thursday night at midnight, I think is what I set it for. So today's 26th, 27th, yeah, the 28th at midnight. So there's a bunch of contests like this one where you can win. You can win this this incredibly scary and what I feel like is a haunted Chucky popcorn bucket, because his eyes blink and his head moves and he talks. And, well, he responds to you talking, and then that little Boo painting as well. And then the other thing you can get here is this Mickey's Halloween lounge fly if you're in that tier. And then there's this Mickey or this Disney Parks Halloween bag, which I actually have and use as well. And then I also have this Infrared No Ghosts grouping that's like, I got the IKEA blanket, a little ghost candle, a little Ghostbusters like popcorn candy bucket, and a little Slimer plush in there. So that's what I got going for there. Next month it's going to be Star Wars themed, and there's like one of those like Ewok cuddle pillows. There's an Ewok lounge fly. There's a lightsaber. There is a bunch of stuff, a bunch of like fun little surprises in that one. So stay tuned to that. So again, like if you're if any of that ever tickles your fancy, right there, head over right there. I'm gonna try and start doing a little more exclusive content. Like I do a live stream every now and then on there, but like I want to do, I don't know. I'm figuring out something where I'm like, I want to do something special. And then, of course, I do always have my coffee site, which I have some art. This goal this week is to work on more of that art that I've shown you all. So that is going to be, boom, right here. Coffee.com/Ryno, RYNO, KO-FI.com/RYNO. And that's where you can check out some of my paintings. And, you know, people have asked, like, oh, can I buy you a drink? That's where you would do it. So, all very generous, all very wonderful. Lydia, I see we've got Lydia's birthday is on Thursday. Happy birthday, Lydia. Happy birthday to you. Oh, man. Okay. I had my stupid cursor over the chat. So I think I'm a little behind. Also, I have 50 windows open. So please bear with me. I want to talk to all of you. I want to see what everybody's been up to. I want you all to be chatting with me. I miss you all. I haven't done it. I wanted to do a chat on Saturday, but I wasn't. What did I get up to on Saturday? I don't remember. I don't think anything really. I just wasn't like, I wasn't feeling very well. And honestly, I'm not going to lie to you. I have a migraine right now that was so bad earlier, I thought I was going to vomit. Jill has just sent me a text. It's a Build-A-Bear link. I'm scared to see what it is. Oh my God, it's Stripe the gremlin. Oh God, gang. I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep. Okay, let me just look at like one more what we do in the shadows sort of photo here. So I can share with you all, because Kim is just like, she looks so much like Nadia. If you are not watching What We Do in the Shadows, you have got to watch the show. I will talk about Erica. If you're in the chat right now, she can attest to it. She watched it after I talked about it so much at work, and she loved it. So now she's in on my absurd, random, inappropriate quotes I'll say all the time. But I just love it. I love it. Okay, I've got one. Oh, fudge. Also, check it out. Okay, so this is the official I Am Knuff Barbie sweatshirt. Ken wears this in the end of the movie. This is from Mattel.com. Sugar, I should have put that in the link. I just got this in this week, and I need you to know, I like paid for this. This wasn't sent to me. This isn't a plug for them or anything like that. This is one of the softest piece of clothing I own. This literally feels like a pet bed or like a yarn barn, like I'm sleeping on a yarn barn. And it was a little chilly in my house, and I was like, yeah, baby. It's not my house. It's not a house either. It's an apartment. So I don't know why I keep calling it my house. I don't know. Wishful thinking. Manifesting, baby. 2024, the year of a house. Right? I'm going to go move to Milwaukee. I'm going to have a cheese farm. I'm going to open a Papa Gino's. Not a Papa Gino's. I'm going to open a Pizza Hut. And it's going to be fantastic. Okay, I have like one more I'm going to share, and then I'm going to show you all this. Okay. I feel like I am competing with Ahsoka right now, and I feel bad. I remembered that like after the fact. I was like, oh no. I wasn't thinking, because I was thinking what I'm going to try and do is start having a like a set night, or at least one set night where we do just one of these live streams. You know, and then once a week I'll have something maybe like preset, or I'll like randomly pop in. So I think I'll have a random one once a week. I'll have a set one once a week. So I want to be able to be like, okay, Monday or Tuesday night. Those are going to be my set live stream nights, sometime between 7:30 and like 9 o'clock. And then like I said, I'm going to start doing stuff where like, you're going to have drink videos on here. We're going to do out and about on the town. We are going to do more lifestyle stuff. I need to get out of my own head. I feel like I'm so much in my own head all the time about being like, no, I can't do it this way, then I don't want to do it, or that way, or whatever. And I realize like there's so many of you out there who are just like, hey, just show us some stuff. Just show us some stuff. We're all just in this together. We're all just hanging out together. So, okay. That's enough of this editing. I'm going to show you these photos of what we did what we do in the shadows. And give me one moment here. Okay. Okay. They're all going to come in at once, because there's like, oh wait, I'll just load them in one at a time. So, okay, here we go. Here's Kim, just as Nadia. She's got the hair buns and everything. This is one of her outfits. And then here's one we got in her kitchen, or her dining room. I love this one. I don't know. She's so pretty. You know, she hates like photos of herself. And I'm just like, you're like one of the best looking people I know. And then here's two of us. This is my best, like Laszlo reading that Playboy toast bar. I like this one of us too. I want that one like as like an old-timey photo. I did it in front of a black backdrop because I wanted to be JCPenney, but look at, like, she's so good. Here's my Jackie Daytona. I've got a toothpick in my mouth there. And then here's my here's my Laszlo when he's in the Go Flip Yourself episode. You really are the most devious bastard in all of New York City. Okay. Thank you. At ease. at these. Okay. How now I'm gonna catch up on the chat here. Hello people, hello friends. Nerdizzy, I see you in here. John, I see you in here. Trey, I see you in here. Hello. Jay, hello. So happy I got to see you for like 2 seconds last week. Oh, we got other Trey in the house. Even though your name here says Christopher. Christopher. You don't want people to call you Christopher. Change your name on there. How many BTS will we get to see? Every day, John. We're getting them every day. I know, it's a so good time. Here's the thing. I feel like I'll do these. That's why I'm like, I don't know, 9 o'clock on Tuesday, because Loki starts next week, right? And then I'm like, Goosebumps. Well, I guess Goosebumps is going to be on Friday. I'm super excited for Goosebumps, October 13th. But yeah. Nice comments. Tweevel says, hey there. I have to say, I am enjoying the videos you're making. Oh, these are too small to read because I realized that I upped the stream size. It was only at 720, and I was like, I think my internet can handle 1080 today. So I was trying to do that. I forgot I had a drink here. Yeah. Yep. Hi, Diane. Hello, Slime Cup. Yes, gang. Storming everywhere. Lindsay Sellers in this section right here, who is never in here. Lindsay. Here's the thing. I have a mixed drink right now, but it was like Lindsay can feel it in the universe, because I said yesterday, I opened my last, I did a work private live stream yesterday, and what was I just about to say? I opened my last the last stout I had, and I was like, man, I really don't have any beer in my house. And I came home to a box today, and there is like a Butterfinger beer in there. Lindsay is like, she can feel it in the universe, and she sends me some wild stuff. So I am very excited to get into those. Those are all in the refrigerator right now, so yes. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Diane, you were right. I probably should have just made brown sugar simple syrup. Yeah. Trey Y. Trey with no S. You got the cookie butter one I made for you that time. Raining in New Jersey. Ooh, Jack Daniel's apple. That sounds good. Erica, I will have your cup for you tomorrow with the bracelet. It is in my car right now. Oh my God, Martha just says, I saw you. Oh my gosh, why are these so small? There we go. Martha is saying, I saw you. Oh no, now I moved it to an area I can't read. I saw you at the merch event tonight, but I was too awkward to say hi. Never be too awkward. I was with my friend Amber. You could have popped over. There's a couple other people that said hello. I like meeting people. I like saying hi to people. You guys give me reason. You make me feel whatever you want to say to me. It's just, I know it's like, oh, it's weird. There you are in real life. But I think there you are in real life. I feel like that scene in Austin Powers is like, do I know you? No, but there you are. You're there. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry I didn't see you, Martha. I'm like, sorry we didn't cross paths then. Okay, so I've got a question. Kiara is asking. Universal did one too, right? She is referring to what I said, which was this the annual pass holder merchandise thing. Universal called it their garage sale, and I believe the rumor on the street is there might be another one down the road. And I can only dream that hopefully if it happens this year, that maybe we'd get Halloween Horror Nights merchandise left over or something like that. I don't know. I didn't go. My friend sent me like video clips from inside, and it looked like it was a lot of like Harry Potter stuff. There was some good, like the Jurassic Park shoes were in there, I think for like $40, and I was like, ooh, I do need a new pair of sneakers. Well, I need like actual sneakers, not like high tops. I just keep buying high tops, and I bought a pair today. I lied. I just realized I bought like 3 pairs today, technically, because I had to exchange my Power Ranger high tops because I got them in a 12 and they were a little tight. So the next size is like 13. And now I'm worried those are going to be too big. So I don't know. I don't know. So I will report back, but there'll be like a little video about that. I want to do like little product reviews of stuff I genuinely like, to be like, hey, check it out. Like, remember when I did the Ghostbusters Proton Pack unboxing? I want to do some more of that stuff. Like, so I got these Power Ranger shoes from fun.com, and I always get nervous about ordering stuff like that from the internet. So I feel like doing reviews like that help anybody out there, like you guys, you guys, gals, and internet folks out there, all you friends that you like, oh, I don't know, like, oh, you need to go a size up. Oh, this is the return process. Oh, this is whatever. Because like a lot of places it's kind of like, oh. And the thing with the fun.com shoes is that it was a place where it's like, oh, I'm not going to get you get the shipping back or you get more back if you say you take a credit to your account, which was fine because I was like, well, I want to exchange it. I didn't want to return it. But if I want to like return it, there's like, I have to pay the shipping and there's a restocking fee. And I was like, ugh. So I got those, and then there was another pair of the comfy shoes that I like, which are the Puma high tops. If you ever see those at like a Ross, you can also get them at like a Puma outlet. They have like memory foam in them. Very comfortable. Very comfortable. John asking, I wanted to see if they had any of the Star Wars Starbucks mug. They only had the Jakku, the Star Wars I Was Here mug. It was $7. And next month's Star Wars giveaway, who knows? Could be included in that. Yeah. I did see a question about the Epcot 40th Loungefly. So the thing about my Patreon is that each month there's a Loungefly that I'll give away. And let me tell you, I got 5 Loungeflies from this thing for future giveaways. And the Epcot 40th is one of them. There was like an Alice in Wonderland one. There was a Mickey Mouse one. There was a Pinocchio one. There was a Zootopia one and the Epcot one. So there was 5 of those. And I got some lightsabers as giveaways. Not giveaways. God, I keep calling them giveaways. I have to refer to them as contests. They are contests. You have to win them. You have to participate. You can't just get it. But yeah. Do I not have a... Alex is asking me, do you not have a set salary? Here's the thing, that this is probably more information than I should say. There's some things that are in flux right now in my position of work, and I do have a set salary. It is not what it is basically half of my income. And I earn the other half by participating in other means of financial benefit for my company that I work for. And unfortunately, one of those took a massive hit in the last 2 months. And so I personally have taken a massive financial hit. I don't want to be like massive. But you know what was fantastic about that? It happened right after I bought a brand new car. My first brand new car in my life. So fantastic. And right before my student loans kick back in. That's life though, isn't it? So I'm like, we need life insurance, but not the kind that we get when we die. It's when things are like, oh man, spot me a month. Like, Allison is saying about my Patreon contests, all the contests are hard this month. They are hard. I do have people like pitching me ideas for like shows and movies and weird things and things like that. But sometimes everybody gets too involved with them. I'm like, you just give me a quick answer on the Patreon and that's fine. Like, oh yeah, Diane, Diane is asking, I'm going to ask it out here. Where are all the New Jersey peeps from? They're from The Wall, Diane and her husband Bill. And, there seems to be quite a few New Jerseyans in here. So, this is the green slime Starbucks cup. I went to 5 Starbucks to get this on the day it came out, and baby, it glows like it is radioactive after you've walked outside with it for a few minutes. It's great. I love it. This is my first Starbucks cup. I want to only ever drink out of this cup because like this is like Goosebumps, Ghostbusters, and just who doesn't love green slime? This is like my favorite color of green. So I love it. I love it. I love it. John, I saw your no D. Okay. Oh, Australia. Jamie Richards saying, "Hey sir, sending love from Australia. Thank you. Love back from the U.S." D, I've got to ship him out. I've got Olaf here, but I want to send something else with Olaf. So, I've got some ideas and I have some canvases. And like I said, I'm feeling a little better. I am in the process right now of like, I've got a garbage bag over here. I bought a bunch of these big totes because I'm going to just like, I have like 3 bins. I think it's like 4 bins. 4 bins, like 3 small bins and then 1 giant bin. And it is going to be the Keep Forever bin. And then there is the giveaway bin. And then there is the sell bin. And then there's the donate bin. So I have 4 bins. That is my process to get this under control. And then once I can have a better use of space, where I currently am, because it's one of those where I'm like, you know what, I can complain about it till the cows come home, but this is where I am right now because of whatever the circumstances that are around me, and I'm going to do the most I can to make it the best version of what it is that I can, and I just have to accept that I can't have the displays I want and the things up around me and the true like studio that I want for myself someday. And so like, okay, well, what can we do to kind of like make do? Like, and one of those things is I want to be able to like put up my card table. It's, folding tables. Is that what they're called? Card tables. And I want to be able to paint and like, I don't want to, cause like a lot of times I'll paint and like be crouched on the floor and it hurts my back. It messes up my back. It's very painful for me. And so like, I want to find a very comfortable position, and it's a very tight space here, but I think I could be able to maneuver a little bit to get like a better working area. Plus I gotta get out a couple 2 paintings that I had done as a contest too. So but yeah. Yeah. Oh, Trey says you weren't feeling well. Yeah, I actually Saturday, I remembered now because Trey asked me what I did on Saturday. I sat and I basically just or actually Sunday I read all day. Saturday, I had another one of these headaches where it was like so bad I thought I was going to vomit. Like, and this has happened a couple of times now, so I don't know what is going on. I definitely know my like body chemistry is off, and I know that's part of it. And I think like I haven't been drinking my green tea as much, so I don't know if it's like a caffeination deprivation sort of a thing, and that worries me because I used to get really bad headaches when I would have soda a lot, but I stopped drinking soda years ago, and so like on the regular years ago. And so I am worried that maybe like there's something caffeine related or something like that. So I don't know. I know I gotta exercise, baby. I am out of weight. Oh, Jay is saying it is freezing in Mass. I am ready for that cold weather. I am gonna be there toward the end of October for a couple days to visit my grandpa for his 90th birthday, and I am just I'm so freaking happy to be up there, to go up there and have like some cold weather finally. I have been desperate for it. Oh, yay! Landon got their Knuff sweatshirts as well. Yes, what we do in the shadows. I'm now at that portion of the conversation. That's how far behind I am. Lauren, I met and screamed at you. Yes. Looks a little warm for living in Florida. It sure does, but guess what? The sweatshirt you're referring to, I'm assuming, every indoor location I go to has central air, and it is like this weird thing where I'm like, sometimes I'm freezing and then sometimes I'm hot, and I'm like, so I like to have a sweatshirt. And you know what's unhinged? I bought another sweatshirt today too, because at Target, guess what? They have Goosebumps sweatshirts, or a Goosebumps sweatshirt. It was a green sweatshirt, said Goosebumps in pink writing, and it had the cover of I left it downstairs. I was going to bring it up and show you, but it had the cover of The Night of the Living Dummy 2 or 3 on it. I think it was 2. And I was like, well, I'm restarting my Goosebumps podcast, so I was like, I can't not have this, right? Anytime there's Goosebumps merch out in the wild, I get it because I was like, I need this to do. My AC is actually only at like 75 degrees right now, so that's the other part where I was like, I got wet outside while it was raining, and then the fan was on, and now I'm feeling a little warm because these lights in front of me here are not. These are like the $8, $12 like tin circular lights that you can buy at Home Depot that I think eventually in the coming months I'd like to invest in like some non-heat throwing lights because right now this is hot right here. That's so hot right now. So they're like hot. But I have a ring light over here now, and that ring light doesn't throw heat, which is nice. But there's a vent like right here, and then my fan was on. So it's like I'm getting a mixture of like warm and cold. So plus I just wanted to wear the sweatshirt and show all of you. Yeah, Lizzie. I want to go to Milwaukee. Okay. All right. I'm scrolling down. I'm coming up. Megan Gray, we've got you. What We Do in the Shadows is cute. Please promise me you'll watch more than one episode. Oh my God. Erica is saying she saw people dressed up like the characters from What We Do in the Shadows at Halloween Horror Nights. I would die. Okay. Oh, Anthony, hello. You always popping in here just to give me a little smiley face. Oh my God. Trissa Murphy says, I'm freaking out because she just says, missing the live, catching the replay later, just got a foster pup. Oh my God, good for you. Oh, I couldn't foster animals. I just keep getting them. I would just keep having them. So, yeah. Yeah, Lindsay Sowers got me. You read this right. I hope the Muppets taste okay. She meant Muppet beers. There is Muppet-themed beers in the thing she sent me, and I was just like, oh my God. Aw, Elizabeth saying, meeting Ryno in person is amazing. He's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. How is the essay coming along? It's got, so this is in reference to work-related essay I was trying to write out to get stuff. And you know what? The process of writing it is pretty good. It is like, I don't even know how many pages right now. It's like 4 or 5 pages. And I didn't even get into the deep stuff. So I think it's very good for me. Like, it's very cathartic for me to be able to do this because it's really helping me like mentally and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know that I'll ever actually publish it. But I think I will. I don't know. Some days I think about writing like a book about just like musings of like just because I like to write and then being like, I'm going to self-publish a 100-page book on Amazon and then let people read it from there or whatever. You know what I mean? Just to be able to say I did it. Just to say I did it. And I started writing one during the pandemic, and it wasn't really supposed to be about me, but it ended up being about like people in my life, like important people in our lives that we kind of, I think it was about me like missing people, and then I was like I think the whole thing was about how we kind of like sort of crash in and impact each other in different ways without even realizing it. Because a lot of, there's a big section about like teachers that have meant so much to me and how important they are, but how, it's crazy how little time we get with them sometimes. And then, about like family members and friends. And so it was just kind of like stories and then like the things you hold on to throughout life and, those little moments that you never know, those things you're going to talk about forever again. And so it was a lot of that stuff. So, Diane's also saying you should do some reviews of the Roosevelt stuff. Sizing, quality, stretchability. I thought about that. I thought about doing something where like, so I still want to do the lightsaber video. I'm going to do a lightsaber video where I show you, like, I want to show the lightsabers I have. Like, I want to do one and be like, not to be like gloat, but be like, look, I'm insane. But I want to show in terms of being like, here's my thoughts and opinions on it. A review, I guess you would call that. But I want to do it so you have a good look at it, and then you decide whether it's for you or not. Because I got a Star Cruiser one I wanted to show because I realized like that'll be gone forever. So I just want to show that, and then like do those in individual videos and things like that. And then yeah, Roosevelt showing that sort of like collection. It's weird how we start collections and then you don't even realize that they become collections. So yeah, Michelle is saying about the shoe size that I brought up earlier. Her husband's a 12.5. It's a difficult size to find. It's hard because most shoes after 12 don't do half sizes anymore. And like, depending on the shoe, like I always, my safe bet is I start with like an 11.5. But like, because like Chucks, I think are, they are, like they say to go a size down, I think, because they run large. So I think I wear an 11 in Chucks. But then, like, in my Puma shoes, I have, like, a 12. And then in, like, Nikes, I'm, like, a 13. So it's, like, all over the map. I'm getting a question here. Ryno, did you try the HHN exclusive Blood Orange can drink? What do you think of it? Any other HHN favorite drinks? This is a good question, Mikey Buzz and Leo Charles. I have not. My friend Brian, who, if you don't follow him, he does a lot of really cool, like, he does a lot of food-related stuff. Brian Trex, like Star Trek, like Brian Trex. Him and his partner TJ, they go out and do a bunch of content and things like that. And when I saw him at Halloween Horror Nights, when I was there with Trey, actually, he had one of those canned cocktails, and I don't know where he was getting it from. I'm gonna be honest with you. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention because I'm always looking at the beer list. But they, the Whole Hog Pumpkin Ale is always a recommendation for me. This year they also have a Bloody Murder IPA that's pretty good. I like that. That one's like $1 more, just so you know. And then this year they've kind of returned to the the larger cups, the Blinky cups, like being you can get top shelf mixed drinks in those as refills for like $14, 14 and like change, and then obviously you tip on that. Like, so I've been doing like gin and tonics. Or gin and sodas. I don't want the calories from the tonic. Or like a gin and ginger ale or something like that. And so like one of those will set me up pretty well for the bit I'm there, because I do it in like segments. I'll do like two or three, like Stay and Scream or like 1 or 2 houses. But I went on Sunday, and even though it was sold out, I was able to do 3 houses. So I did Monsters, the Unmasked one. I did, what else did we do? We did the Blood Moon, so I did that again finally, and we did Yeti, and I like that Yeti house quite a bit. But yeah. Michelle, I see your comment about salary, and I very much appreciate it. I'm just not going to add it to the chat. I mean, it's in the chat. People can read it, but thank you for that comment. I very much appreciate that. Yeah, we'll definitely get on that Roosevelt's. I was wearing a Roosevelt's earlier. Nope, I took it off. I was like, I had my Ahsoka Tano one on, and like 3 or 4 people stopped me and were like, love your shirt. And I was like, it was so nice. I just love them because they're a nice like conversation starter. They're a great shirt. They make me feel good, but they really like, they just make me, I don't know, they make me feel more confident than I've felt about myself lately. So they're my little Superman symbols. Oh, it's past Erica's bedtime. We lost her. Trey, I have never seen a chiropractor. That is a question here. Hello from Phoenix, Arizona. Hello, Armando. Yeah, 93 in Florida last week. 43 in Maine. Jeez Louise. Oh, D is finally on the Star Trek Strange New Worlds kick, going through it too fast. It's hard. Let me tell you about a show filled with beautiful human beings, but it's just like you want to be their friends. Star Trek Strange New Worlds on Paramount Plus. I cannot recommend this show enough. It is fantastic. I love all those actors on that show, and I was like, they're all so young, and I looked them up, and I'm like, they're all the same age as me, and I was like, oh God, I'm an adult. Like, so it's just like, I can't recommend the show enough. Star Trek Lower Decks is airing right now, though, too, and I do love that show. That's the animated show. It's so funny. Big fan of that. But yeah, I'm almost able to run again, so I'm going to start doing that this week. Getting a question, have I booked a sailing on the Treasure? I have not. I would love to do it, though. It looks much more aesthetically my style. But we'll see. We'll see about that. I'm sure whenever those sailings, I don't think don't start until next Christmas, right? Am I crazy? It's like December 2024. I could be wrong. Da, 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 da. I'm scrolling down. Oh, Trey, that's very flattering. He said of my writing, you'd be sort of like David Sedaris, who I very much enjoy his writing. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Oh, Trey is tugging on the nostalgia right now. Remember the chicken soup for the soul books? I made a reference to that the other day, and somebody was like, "What are you talking about?" And I don't know if it's because like my mom had the original or something like that. I remember those books. I also worked at Borders, so I know like they were always popular. But yeah, I just like it was like crazy. So I was thinking about that. If those are like still a thing or not. Oh, Deborah, welcome to the channel. Oh, Monica is saying here she went to HHN last minute Sunday night, midnight to close, and was able to do 5 houses. Dang it, Monica! I left at like 10:30. I think I started walking out. No. Yeah, I had gotten in line for that last house. So it was like somewhere between 10:30 and 11 because I had walked by the Revenge of the Dead Coconut Club and it was like just opening. And I think online it said it was opening at 10:30. So yeah, I know. And I live right next door and I should take advantage of that. I'm going to have to, I think I'm going to have to suck it up and start doing that because it's been a very busy year. I'm talking like the Stay and Scream. I think the secret is out on that. Like, it is crazy. Like, people are lining up for those like 3, which is dumb because that literally defeats the freaking purpose, people. You're waiting technically for your house now 3 times as long as you'd wait during the night just like getting in line. So I feel like on Sunday for those 3 houses, and I timed it all on my stopwatch. I do a stopwatch the second I walk in, and they were all like a little underneath. Like, one was right on, so it was about like 40 minutes. One was like 35, and another one, yeah. So like, none of them weren't bad waits. So, serious question, Ryno. Why are you so cute? Aw, stop. Okay, I've got a really important question in here. Thoughts on Power Rangers potentially ending? Well, it's one of those things where it's a shame. I mean, it's not a shame. I'm happy that it's going to go out on like sort of a high because the Dino Fury seasons that were the last seasons that have aired on like Nickelodeon, they're on Netflix, have been, honestly, for me, they are in my top 10. They're in my top 10 of 30 years of this show, without a question. Maybe like top 5. I mean, I love In Space, Time Force. I mean, obviously Mighty Morphin is the original. I like Dino Thunder a lot, and I think Dino Fury, like RPM is phenomenal. So it's like it's right up in there with those. It's very, very good. They're doing some really cool stuff. I cannot wait because this week, the 10 episodes of Cosmic Fury, which is a direct continuation of Dino Fury, is coming out, and I'm going to have to watch those because they are, I think, coming out like 2 days earlier in another country. So I think they come out Friday in the US, and they come out tomorrow in other territories, which sucks because, and some people have seen screeners, so spoilers have been like seeping through every here and there. But David Yost, the original Blue Power Ranger Billy, who returned for the Once and Always 30th anniversary, which is on Netflix, which is fantastic. I highly recommend that. He's in it, and I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to see how it goes. And I saw a list. I only like really kind of glanced at it because I didn't want to see it, of the episode titles, and I know that the last episode is called The End. And I do pretty much know this is it. This Cosmic Fury is the end of the 30 years of Power Rangers, and something new will come from this. I know that Hasbro is committed to creating like a shared universe where there's like a film and a show, and that they want to, I think, raise up the age a little bit on it and make like something geared. I think they want something akin to like the Transformers movies in terms of like tone, where it's like sort of family but skews into that PG-13 rating, which I'm okay with that. You know, I'll miss it. You know, 30 years, in your life? How many things do you know for 30 years? You know, we're lucky if we even know people as long as that. So it's just wild to know this thing when I was 8 years old that has always been there is like kind of not going to be there in that same way anymore. And so I don't know how I'm dealing with it. I'm going to be emotional. There's no question. And like, I think I am in my head so delusional and like I compartmentalize or whatever. But I went to film school because I wanted to make a Power Rangers movie. Like, and I feel like I'm always a step behind in life. And it was like that guy went and made that Power Rangers movie. Like, it was like I'm always right there, you know, right there. Like, obviously, I'm not in a position to be like, I'll get the job. You can dream though, and so I'm like, I don't know. It's a bummer. I don't know. Oh, this is cool. I'm going to the grand opening of Disneyland DVC Tower Thursday. Are you going, Ryno? Anyone? I'll record it. No, I wish. I mean, I would have loved to have been invited out there. I'd be on that coast in a heartbeat. You know how much I love California. And so I think they look cool. They look interesting. The tower is like weird to me because it's just like drastically a different color from the other ones, but I think it looks really cool. So I think it's cool. I look forward to seeing all the stuff that comes out of it and seeing it for myself someday, I think. But need to hear your full HHN list of fave houses once you do them all. I have done them all. I did them all on opening night. And now I'm trying to do them all at least twice. Some I've done 3, like Dr. Oddfellows I've done 3 times because that's like my favorite house right now. I would say there isn't really a bad house for me, but I would say that on the bottom of my list are Chucky and The Last of Us, just because those aren't really resonating with me as much. So, but the like original houses are killing it. And Stranger Things isn't really as high up as I expected, but I'm happy it's there. And I know on the Universal show that we do on the Diz Unplugged, that we did, Craig and I did a ranking, and we'll do another ranking because I like to have one at the beginning, middle, and the end as the event shakes out. So I feel like we're due for another one in about a week, but he hasn't really been going. Oh, this is very nice. Hey, Ryno, just saying thanks for all you do to bring this community together. Also went to HHM for the first time. I get it now. Can't wait to go back. Yes, one convert at a time. Trey agrees. He says, I'm going to say it, Stranger Things underwhelmed me. It's hard because, especially if you've done the other ones, it's like such a good house. It just doesn't have like a big finale, I think. Yeah, and Diane's not kidding here. She says the waits have been crazy. And so, like, that's true. The waits have been very, like, it's a lot. And like, Express is not cheap to do it there. I feel like at the price Express is lately, you might as well just get some friends together and try and split a RIP tour. And I feel like you'll be better off that way. And then get a little more info on the house and, you know, stuff like that. So that's kind of what we do for our media event, is like a version of an RIP tour. And I have to say, like, they've always been good. I've done an RIP tour once. I was invited on one by somebody who was very generous, and it was cool. I was happy to do it. I think it's a cool experience. I've never done the Unmasking the Horror tour where you like go see the lights with the houses on, and every year I'm like, I'm going to do it this year because, you know, I've said it on the channel before, like I love production, like I love like theater, and obviously like I went to school for film and have a film degree, but I wish I could have minored in like theater production. Because I would have loved to have learned about like set building more than what I did in like high school and community theater and stuff like that. And yeah, someday. Da, 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 da. Oh, Deb, we met at the Contemporary. Okay. I'm just scrolling through. Trey says he loved the Dueling Dragons house. That's a fun house. Finally did that one again, too. Yeah, Sam echoing my Power Ranger thoughts is saying, it's hard to see something end. I'm totally a G1 Transformers kid, and and these new Transformers movies are so different that I can't watch them. Yeah, I know that. Well, that's kind of like it was the 2017 Power Rangers movie where I was like, okay, this isn't like my Power Rangers. This is like a different version of Power Rangers. So I like it for what it is. I do feel like, you know, judging it, critiquing it, not in terms of like, it's hard. Power Rangers has 30 years of lore attached to it. Like, that's Doctor Who. You know what I mean? I mean, Doctor Who's like 50, but, or is about to be 60, but like Star Trek, you know, these shows that have this, like, but like in terms of those shows right there are more episodes of Power Rangers than those shows. Because Power Rangers has been on consistently for 30 years for like 40 episodes a year, sometimes 48 episodes, 60 in the beginning. Like, so that's the thing is like, there's so much great storytelling that isn't Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And you know, like so many good stories to pull from that. I hated how kind of that 2017 movie felt like it sort of shot itself in the foot in terms of being able to like pull from future lore in a way. And I'm not saying that anyone who comes along and makes a Power Rangers movie has to acknowledge that or do that or whatever, but it's just one of those, like, I think it's the acceptance of understanding that whatever Power Rangers comes along will probably be Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because it is the most recognizable part of the brand. But like, I think there's things like Power Rangers Time Force I think would make a freaking amazing, if you could condense it down into like a 2-hour movie, I think that would be one hell of a movie. That would be like standalone, awesome movie. I should write that. But like, it works for what it is. You know what I mean? It's a very cool self-contained story, but it still is within the lore. But yeah. I believe in you making a new Power Rangers movie and opening the Pizza Hut franchise. Here's the thing. The Pizza Hut franchise will carry the Power Ranger toys. There we go. We're cross-marketing here. Hello, Tigaret. Corey's asking, have we convinced Erica to try any houses? I think she went back on Friday. I just haven't really talked to her too much about it. But yeah, I don't know. I am going to get that girl to do at least one house. No, she did do a house. She did Chucky. So I'm going to try and convince her to do another house. But I think we're going to ease her. I think her journey is going to be similar to how my journey was with Halloween Horror Nights. It's just like accepting it and just like going to see it. She likes like performance in terms of like dance and things like that. So that's why I think she's going to do it. Oh, I saw the Megan Horde finally too. So I got to see that again. Oh, this is important news for me. Just want everyone to know the bulgogi cheese sandwich at Jolly Holiday in Disneyland is the best sandwich they ever had. Do not miss it if you are in town. Okay, that's a big deal because I love a Jolly Holiday moment. Yeah. Hold on. Sorry. I'm scrolling through too quick, so I'm missing stuff. This person is asking, are you going to have to work for Disney World again, Ryno? What do you mean? Like how I used to be a cast member? I don't think so. I don't know that I mean, in production maybe, but I don't think I could ever be like a on-stage cast member ever again. So that's out the window. We got some stuff. Don't forget Disneyland, February 12th, Super Bowl Parade, Mardi Gras Day, Valentine's Day, and Lunar New Year in DC. All that in that stretch of week. Okay, I'm going to Disneyland that week in February then, because I have a Magic Key Pass, and I will definitely do that. How was Howl Scream? Well, we did a video on it that is on the Diz YouTube channel, the Diz Unplugged YouTube channel. That was fun. It was a little different because I got to wear my microphones through all the houses and filmed in every house, so you could like hear me talking about the houses I was going, not realizing what I was saying. So I'm just like, I was like, it was scary. It was cool. Here's the thing, that Hollow Scream is priced differently than, and like rightfully so. But it has its own unique vibe, and I think it's worth like doing at least once. It's a thing, you know. But I talked about SeaWorld in the last one where I was a little like, I get a little I don't know. I don't know. You know, I don't know how to feel about some stuff, or you know, or whatever and stuff like that. So, I see Dave asking a question here that I don't. You know what? I don't want to waste any of my time or breath on that person. So, I don't have any word on anything to do with them. So I apologize. I'm not the person to ask. I'm always out of the loop on most stuff, anyways. So that sounded like I was reading a comment. That was just me talking. Da, 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 da. Okay, Diana's asking because I said RAP tour and I said unmasking tour. I'm sorry. I realized I was using very casual lingo when I was referring to Halloween Horror Nights. So what an RIP tour is their play on a VIP tour. So you have a tour guide, and I think you can book like a private RIP tour, or you can book like an open one that they'll fill with people that basically you can be like, I want to be a part of one at least, you know. So they're not alienating people who come as one or two, you know what I mean? And you don't have to bear the cost of the whole group unless you're doing the private one. Then you pay the whole cost. But so those are the people who are in scrubs who have like the light up wand that are walking around throughout the night. But basically, they will take you. You are guaranteed to get into all 10 houses. And I also believe the show as well, the Nightmare Fuel like acrobatic show. And yeah, so I have a feeling there's people just changing screen names in here. But anyway, it's cool. It can be expensive. I think it's a fluctuating price, obviously, like the same way the tickets are and the same way that Express is. But you know, it really takes ease off because they literally. So here's the thing. With Express, you still end up waiting in a line a little bit. If everybody with Express decides to go to the same house at the same time, you could end up waiting like 40 minutes. Which means then the wait for that house is probably like an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I mean? So you do wait less with Express. However, with the RAP tours, you do not wait. You go right into the house, and the person like tells you the story about the house, gives you the rundown, all that stuff. You can ask them. I think you have them for a certain amount of time. You're guaranteed to go through those houses, but I think you have them like X amount of hours. I don't know if it's all night. I can't remember the specifics exactly, but I believe you could be like, can I go through the house again? And they'll take you back through again. You could literally just keep doing the same house. You know what I mean? But they also like, they'll take you to like a bar stop, I think it includes a couple of bars. You can be like, take me to the bar, you know? So, it's very good. It's very cool. If you have the money, I'd recommend it. Unmasking the Horror Tour is something that happens during the day. So you have to have a ticket to the park for this. And, they'll take you into the houses with all the lights on, and those characters, and you get to take like pictures, and they'll kind of like point out, they'll tell you the story, but they'll tell you a lot about the production that went into it. They'll point out Easter eggs. They'll like things to look forward to, or like give you the whole background about it from like the ground up, which is so cool. And so yeah, so that's really cool. I've never done one of those, but I have friends who have done them who've spoken very highly of them. And there are two different versions, I think. There's one with 3 houses and there's one with 6 houses, and those also vary on time and things like that. So very cool. Someday I'm going to do one of those. They're not like inexpensive. I feel like the 6-house one is like under $200. The 3-house one I thought was like $100 or something. I don't even quote me on that price thing. I know I should know, but obviously, this isn't the Universal show. I'm just answering a question, so I don't know. Craig's the tour de force when it comes to that sort of stuff, but I also don't have those assets up in front of me right now either. And we got someone in the chat. Jeff is saying, unmasking tour is fun. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah. Lee Rousseau, I do not have any gossip. I'm sorry. I legit, like, I want to be so far removed from all of this, all of that stuff, that I have been left alone as I want, and yeah, I don't. I have had no contact or information further to provide in relation to that person that you are asking about. Will I ever come to San Diego? I would love to come to San Diego. It is on my list. Every time I go to California, I'm like, this time, I don't know. I'm hoping to come for a quick trip in December, but I don't think I'd make it to San Diego for that one. But maybe if I do like that week, like a week in February, like was just suggested in here, I could definitely put San Diego on there. No, I don't have any gossip for anybody. I'm sorry. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, sorry, I'm scrolling through. Okay, good question. Regina's saying, I didn't know that you did theater. What was your favorite role musical that you were in? For me, it was Mrs. Peterson and Bye Bye Birdie. Okay, girl, Regina, I was about to be like, so I wasn't in Bye Bye Birdie because they did that the year after I graduated, but I did because I ended up moving back home after my first semester of school to transfer to a new school because I hated the school I was at. I came back and volunteered and built the sets for Bye Bye Birdie, and we had these really cool like rotating sets that we had made. But I love Bye Bye Birdie. Like, I love the play. I do not like the movie. I had never seen the movie or anything like that. I have since seen the movie. But I love, like, I've got the vinyl downstairs. It's Dick Van Dyke, What's Not to Love, and I think it's one of those where I was like, I don't think we have a great movie version of it yet. So, like, in my filmmaking repertoire, I kind of have a little Bye Bye Birdie slot where I was like, if I were to make a musical, I'd like it to be Bye Bye Birdie. The only thing is, I worry that Bye Bye Birdie is starting to slowly become more and more problematic as it ages. I don't even know if problematic is the word. Not problematic, because I feel like it was far forward, and it's set in the 50s, so you like live by that time. But I'm worried that, like, referentially, like, people aren't going to understand a lot of that stuff, and so you have to find like new context for it and things. But I would totally love to see something like that. For me, in terms of things I was in, like, I really enjoyed Guys and Dolls. That was fun. I played Harry the Horse in that. He's one of the gangsters, and that was cool. I was in my senior year in a community theater around our town. They did like a breakfast club, a play version of the movie. They would do these all the time, play versions of movies of the Breakfast Club, and I played the Emilio Estevez character, Andrew, and I would say that was one of my better acting skills. I was also the Grinch in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, in like a play version of that movie, sort of like how Universal does that. I played the Grinch. That was a lot of fun. I tried out they did Young Frankenstein. I tried out for it, and I was too embarrassed about my tryout, and I wouldn't answer the phone when they called, and they had called to tell me I was Young Frankenstein, and I was like, dang it. I just couldn't handle, I'm like one of those people. But yeah, so those are fun. I'm trying to think. I was like, high school year we did The Crucible, Little Night Music. I did another year. I don't know what the musical was over here. I was trying to think of what the musical was in my sophomore year. Because we didn't do a musical in my senior year because it was like post 9/11 cutbacks started to hit us. Because that was, my senior year started in 2002 and went into 2003. And so, like, I was the person who was like on a committee with the adults being like, you can't cut this stuff. And they were like, what about the play? And I was like, you cannot. And so they're like, well, we're only going to do one this year then. And I was like, okay, but and they were like, we'll have a bigger turnout. And I was like, you won't. It's the same people that come to both plays. So, like, it'll be the same thing twice. Like, so I don't know. But yeah. But working on stuff afterwards, I worked on, and like did like a cameo part in, I think it was Noises Off. It was a Neil Simon play. And I remember it was like in a house. It was 2 floors, and I played I think it was that. It might have been something else. Yeah, I loved like being a part of that whole thing. I kind of miss it. Like, I wish I could, I wish I had it in me to do it. I'm not good, so it's just, I don't know. Oh, okay, scrolling through. When are the Weekly Disc podcasts coming back? The first week of October is the first one. I believe that was like pseudo announced, maybe. If not, whoops. The first week of October. We need to plan group trip for next H Engine. Need Ryno group tours. Oh, yeah. I can be here pseudo RIP tour. I'll just get scrubs and walk around. Well, I won't get scrubs because I think Universal would be kind of pissed if I did that. But no, yeah. I'd love doing something like that. If everybody planned a sort of a thing where we all went at the same time, that would be cool. We got soaked at Epcot tonight. Ankle high standing water. I hear that lately with Epcot with the rain is that like it literally gets up past like up into the shin area and it's just like ugh. Yeah. The rain was insane. Insane. Oh, Lizzie is saying your Pizza Hut better have the red cups. Well, I just met a person who the other day who gave me it's downstairs. I'll show it in the next live stream. But give me a Pizza Hut like a bag. Gave me a the red cups. Like I have a Pizza Hut cup. There was like a whole thing. I have to show you. It's the coolest thing ever. I love it. I didn't open it till like 2 days ago, and it's just like it was so thoughtful. It was so nice, and I was just like, I'm gonna treasure those red cups. Like, I know it's so crazy, but I don't know. I love it. Oh, pizza shop could have Power Ranger stage shows like Showcase Pizza back in the day. Oh, that is fancy. Sorry, scrolling through. Okay, Corey's saying I still haven't seen the Megans. Okay, so where I was, Corey, was like I was walking in. I think it was still daylight. It was the park had closed and it was open to regular guests, and I was walking past like Mel's Dine was on the left, like the Mel's, like the restaurant, not the bar. And then it's like where you would, if you were to keep going straight ahead, you'd be in the jungle scare zone. Where like La Bamba's on your right. They come out on the left right there, like right in front of where the entrance to the Lagoon show would be. I know they move and they change where they come out, but they came out there, and that was around like 6:30, I want to say. So that's my tip. I don't know if they're going to come out there again, but don't worry. Somebody threw their phone up. There was no one in front of this person either. Did this thing. Way over here. I was like, what? Put it in front of your face, and it only needs to be here. Like, come on. I don't know. Ryno's on stage cast member days are long gone. I'm not kidding you guys. I literally still have, I will have a dream every now and then where I fall in the water tank. Like, so if you don't know this, and you can probably find videos of me doing it on thing. I don't have a beard in some of them, but I used to work at Lights, Motors, Action at Hollywood Studios. It was actually MGM when I started, but at Hollywood Studios. And then I worked at the Studios Backlot tour in the water tank section, and so it's the I can't remember the whole spiel anymore, but movies like the blah 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 like this and blah blah, blah, and you have the people in it and they act on the boat and the thing. If I start I could get it, but I never fell in. People had fallen in, dummies, but there's no railings or anything like that. There's no lips. Like you could literally, if you just, your foot slipped, you would fall in. And I just remember thinking, this is so unsafe the whole time I worked there. And the air compressors were like these like little pointed like bullet hole things that like, and I was like, if somebody falls on these, like, I don't know if they're going to be impaled or like what, but this just looks like a lawsuit waiting to happen. And so, but I still have, every now and then. It happens whenever I get a new phone, too, specifically. I'll have a dream about the phone, and I'll fall in the water. And it's that water, in that same outfit. Yeah. What temperature is fleece weather in Florida? Okay, so I have a threshold when I go from pants to shorts. And, like, in the daytime, that temperature is, like, 68 degrees because the thing is the sun is still unbearable in the middle of the day. It feels like you're under a magnifying glass, but, like, 68 at night, I don't know. That's still kind of shorts for me. So I think like anything under 68, I'm comfortable in pants. And then I want to be more of a sweatshirt person. And I was in Massachusetts, like when I lived there. For me, it's probably, that sort of weather is probably around like 60, I'd say. God, I have a headache. Sorry, someone's just sent me a picture of a beer. I want some pizza right now. God, guys, I want Pizza Hut pizza specifically right now really bad. So bad. You know what days I miss? I'm not even kidding with you. I like, because this is obviously I rent. This is an apartment. The stupid, I hate refrigerators like this, but the type of refrigerator I have. I mean, I know this is most common in refrigerators now, is the stupid pull shelf underneath the refrigerator, and it's not big enough to have frozen friggin' pizzas in there. And so I'd never have frozen pizzas here anymore, because that was just a thing I would always have in my like old apartment. I would always have a frozen pizza. Friends come over, throw a pizza in, like have fun. You know what I mean? Like right now, like, oh, throw the pizza in. I didn't eat dinner really tonight. I ate leftover sushi. Yeah, that's right. Um, um, Hold on, in cans. Sorry, I'm seeing a thing at Disney Springs with like beer in cans they're giving people. I'm like, oh, what? Anyway, sorry. Neurodivergent. Remember this, people. Oh, a live stream pizza night, John. I'm kind of into that idea. What do we do though? How do we do that? What's that setup look like, guys? I want to figure out ways to like take this live stream on the road. Like, I'm not talking like set up a house, but something where it's. I'm not one of those people, like, I am never going to be obstructive of other people's space or anything like that. So like, I don't want to be somebody who's talking to a camera in a restaurant, you know, unless I've been invited there to do that. Like, or they've said it's okay. Like, I'm not somebody who's just going to go to a restaurant and do that. I can take like the video or the pictures or whatever, but like when I do that sort of content for me, like, and I show you the bars and stuff like that, I might do like the mics and like a tiny, like the phone back and forth or something like that. That's one thing. But I don't think I could sit and do like a live stream. Maybe if there was a booth or something like that, and like I had been to this place before or something like that. I don't know. I do love the idea of a live stream pizza night though. So that's interesting. How do we do that? Do we just like put the pizzas in at the beginning of the live stream into like the oven or place our orders, and then like they all get there and we have them? I want to also figure out a better way where we could do like watch longs. Okay, so here's the thing. The Goosebumps podcast. I am starting that Goosebumps podcast. I have read. I have them right here. I have now read. I have finished The Ghost Next Door, and I do not have kind things to say about it. I have finished The Haunted Mask. Loved every second of it. And now I am on Be Careful What You Wish For. So starting next Wednesday on the Ampliverse YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/theampliverse. I'll add a little tag in here, and there's going to be a video published tomorrow. I think that'll tease it. I am going to restart that Goosebumps podcast, which is both audio and video. So I think I'm going to move those videos over to the Ampliverse page. So I think for a little while in the Ampliverse, it might be catching up for people who have not heard of it or didn't listen to it before. But the audio episodes will pick right up where they left off. So next week, there will be an audio episode about The Ghost Next Door. I haven't 100% committed to it yet, but I'm thinking every 2 weeks an episode. I was thinking once a month because technically my original goal was to read all the books for the 30th anniversary in that year, which was last year. But here's the thing. It was the 30th anniversary of those first books. The Haunted Mask, the 30th anniversary of The Haunting Mask was in, I think in August. So this was August. This is September. So I am technically at the 30th anniversary for these books. And I was like, so do I read once a month like we did when we were kids? I don't know. Maybe you all have to tell me. Like, do I do one book a month and then everybody can read along if they want? It just feels like that's really slow. And there are 60 books. So like the release of that would be, I mean, I'd finish obviously before and then just slowly publish them. But that would mean, that's, how many years is that? That's like 3 years. No, that is 24. 24 is 2 years. 4 years is 48. There's 62 books. That's 5 years. 12 times 5 is 60. I'm a friggin' idiot. But that's like, I don't think I can do it. That feels too slow. So 2 a month makes it like 2.5 years. But so I don't know. Feedback maybe in the comments on this video, and not in the chat, but on the comments so I could see it later. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just still thinking. I was thinking every 2 weeks because that would give people time, and then it's like enough that you're still getting new podcasts, but it's not like overly obnoxious. But I'm gonna like interrupt with special episodes about the show, so there'll be like every now and then there'll be like an episode. Obviously on Friday the 13th, 5 episodes of the 10-episode show release. So I'm gonna do one episode about those 5 episodes, and then we'll see. I don't know. So yeah. Oh, that's nice. Jay Vance, I see your nice comment. Thank you very much. Positive vibes. Ryno's vibe. This is my YouTube channel. This is Ryno's YouTube channel. This is where I am the boss. So I don't give a shit about any of that other stuff. I said a bad word. I'm sorry. I don't know you. That's my purse. Oh, man. Megan, Disneyland in February? You got to keep pushing me for that. Becca's going to Disneyland October 9th through the... Aside from tomato soup, what's a meal or snack I shouldn't skip? I'm going to put a list together of can't miss foods. Haven't been since 2019? Okay. Becca, you got to do this for me. You got to go to the Avengers campus, and I want you to get the not-so-little chicken sandwich. You're going to get a side of tots that comes with that. It's delicious. The tots... It's crispy. They're seasoned just right. The not-so-little chicken sandwich is like one that I get every time, okay? That's a must for me. That's like one of my go-tos. I have been really enjoying, like you just said, the tomato soup. It's the grilled cheese with the tomato soup because I'm not a big tomato soup guy. That is very, very good. I'm trying to think. What else is like a must, like where I was like, have it? I like the shawarma in Avengers Campus as well. The San Francisco. I had the street corn that's over there. That was very, very good. The Lucky Fortune Cookery. I had the sort of Korean fried chicken. It's like inspired Korean fried chicken sandwich. That was pretty good too. I like that. Don't be afraid to try new stuff. In terms of the drinks at Avengers Campus, they had like an espresso martini thing that was new when I was there, and that thing was pretty strong. I would recommend that. But yeah. Sorry, I'm still scrolling through. Jeez. I'm happy. I'm happy everybody's in here. I'm happy we're chatting. I'm happy we're lively tonight. I love it. Sammy is asking, are you hosting the first show back? I am not the host of the Diz Unplugged, or it's not called that anymore. I am not the host of that show, and nor will I be, I don't believe, at all in the future. I don't think. So, that's okay. I don't know that I was like vying to be the host. I would have done it, but it's like, that's okay. I don't need it. I'm going to say it here. Like, I don't know that this is my forever. So that's why I'm like, I think it has to be for somebody, I don't know. I'm not saying I wouldn't like to host something someday, like something, and I'm talking like not podcasts and shows. I don't know. Sometimes I think about where I'm like, what if this led to something else where they're like, hey, come and host this event, host a panel at Comic-Con, host a thing here, host this thing here. And then it becomes whatever, Some days I dream. Some days I dream of having self-confidence that would put me in a better position. Ha ha. But yeah. Sorry, scrolling through. This is a peaceful place. John is volunteering as tribute for chat moderator. I don't think we've had like trolls or anything like that. I get people wanting to ask questions of things like that, but I think it's important to know that, again, this channel, as though I do answer questions about Disney and Universal and things like that, because I love going to those on my personal time. And when you live in Orlando, or if you were to live in California, those are inherently part of your lifestyle and the type of person I am. And I was going to them before I had this job, and I will continue to go to them after I've had this job. And therefore, I do believe I should be allowed to speak about it on here. I just don't like to speak about it at length or in terms of sort of like expertise or traveling or like that sort of thing. I'm just telling you my like very candid experience, and then we can talk about it in depth my work thing. Like, and that's fine. I'm not, there's no bad blood or anything like that. You guys always ask me whatever you want to ask me. No, I don't like to, it's like, I don't want to spend, I don't know. I like moving forward. I like feeling better. I like, things, and it's like a personal journey. And the reality of, like, when I sat down to write my essay about stuff that had happened at work, is that a lot of it I was realizing is like, nobody knows, what actually happened to, and like, even all the people who were there, nobody knows except for that individual person. So like, nobody knows my experience except for me. I don't know anyone else's I works with experience except for them. So it's like, I don't mean it in a rude way. I just mean it in a very, like, hey, like, I can't speak for other people. I can speak to my journey and what that experience was, and I can share that, and so yeah. I'm not trying to hide anything. I don't have anything to hide. Bad breath sometimes, I guess. Okay, sorry. I was so jazzed up about the pizza thing, I got so far behind. Oh my God, I'm still on the version with Jason Alexander, Vanessa Williams is the fave, the TV edition. I do agree, Kimberly Robinson, that is in reference to Bye Bye Birdie, that I think the TV version is the closest version to, like, the stage version, obviously. No. I don't want anybody. There's no rules here, baby. This is free love. No. Oh, Mary. Hello, Mary. Sorry, I'm scrolling through. I know this is boring for everybody watching right now, or watching back, who don't. Sometimes I don't have I don't know the answer. I don't sometimes can't pull the chat back up after it goes. I think I have it set where it will let you re-see the chat, but so that's why I've been trying to add the chats into the stream, so when people are watching it later, they'll see it. Did paging Mr. Morrow's vlog from Toronto convince you to book a trip yet? I promise that was just a very small amount what the city offers. Just don't buy the city pass like he did. Yes. I actually saw Nate the other day. He's so nice. But I want to go to Toronto. Like, I very much do want to go visit Toronto. I loved Vancouver. I want to go back to Vancouver in a freaking heartbeat. Like, I would love to go spend a weekend. I wanted to go this year, but because like my grandfather's like 90, and my grandparents are turning 90, and my friend's health, and like I just want to be with the people I love as long as I can be with those people that I love, and and so I'd love to actually go with my friend Cam. You know what? I'm gonna bring that up to her. I'm gonna be like, hey, let's just go to Canada, baby. There will not be a Tap House Friday on October 6th. I know I get asked this question frequently lately, is that Baseline Tap House, Baseline Fridays are out of commission for the month of October through the first Friday of November. So I am going to try and make it a habit of maybe getting there on Monday to do Baseline Mondays for the remaining for October. Okay, so like if you're looking for that, Monday's your goal. Monday's where you're aiming for. What is Monica is asking? Monica with the questions. What is your favorite restaurant bar in Orlando? I love Tori Tori, Sunroom, and the Courtesy. Monica, okay, speaking of this, I don't know if you've seen it, but did you know that the Courtesy, so at Christmas, the Courtesy used to be in downtown off of Orange Avenue. Orange Avenue? Did I make that name up? It's definitely called Orange, off of Orange. But it gets a makeover and it becomes Miracle on Orange. So they did that in their new location where they're located now, which I think is a nice location. I didn't know they're about to become Nightmare on Orange. So they're going to be a Halloween bar. And I think they opened for that on October 3rd. but it looks like you're probably going to have to make reservations. So I am excited to hopefully be able to get in there at least one of those days. I did finally go to Tori Tori, and I think it was the same designers of Domu who designed that bar too. The drinks were good. I feel like the food's like very expensive there. The sunroom I went to for my friend Ryan's birthday, and I enjoyed the sunroom quite a bit too. Man, you know the good places. Jeez, Monica, I feel like you're the person to ask what the best places are. But I am partial. Like, I do like Cocktails and Screams. I feel like it offers like kind of a unique version, like where it feels less like bar and a little more like lounge, and that's like the Halloween themed bar for those of you who don't know, in downtown. And then they also have the One Up, but that one sometimes One Up I like. It just is like, you know, the thing with the downtown bars is sometimes their personality changes based on days of the week, and so sometimes things can get a little hetero rough for me, if that makes any sense. I feel like I went to one in East End Market the other day. On the second floor, there's one called Neighbors, or The Neighbors, and that was pretty cool. I liked that. Trying to think if there's a bar like Domu. Honestly, I like their drinks too. I feel like they have a good rotation of those. I like that. Suffering Bastard, that's in Sanford. I know that's a little bit of a hike, but that tiki bar is a really good tiki bar. I'm a big fan of that. And then, yeah, I'm always up for trying new places. So, yeah, I'll definitely, I'm here for that. If anybody hears of suggestions, or they were like, hey, can you go to that? I think there's something in like Maitland or, not Lake Nona. Oh my God, what is it? Mount Dora. There's a bar that's supposed to be like a Nautilus themed bar that I'm kind of I'm like been seeing, and I'm like, still interested in doing a New England meetup? Hell yeah, Regina, for sure I am. Yeah, probably not while I'm there for that weekend. I don't know, maybe actually see, maybe that like Saturday that I'm there, that could be something fun. I'll be like, hey, I'll be in downtown Plymouth, come meet me. Diana's saying, book rooms and tours, and we do HHN in style. Yes. I like that idea, Diane. Every time you hum your tune, I think of McDonald's. Am I doing the ba-da-ba-ba-ba? I'm loving it. Is that what I'm doing? Oh my God. Okay, this is a cool question. Is there a go-to audition line with a different accent you use? My friend used to do the Braveheart speech. No, I would do monologues, but like just talk like me. I think I'm too embarrassed to do accents like out loud. Like I do them to myself or when I'm doing impressions, but it's one of those where I'm like, if I were to get up on a stage, we also had a massive auditorium in my high school for some reason. I don't know why. The stage was enormous for no reason. And it was like theater size stage. And it like, having to project a monologue there like as like a 15-year-old out into the middle of the thing was just always just so tough. And you know, when you're, instead of leaning, I feel like the thing I've learned now more is to lean in what you're good at as opposed to what you're not good at. But like everybody always it was like, okay, what's a monologue that shows dramatic range? So you're like, it's got to be emotional. We got to show them that you can be emotional. I was like, I really should have just picked some comedy shows and got up there and done something like that, or something a little more like observational. I don't know. I'd feel so much more comfortable doing that now than then, I guess. But yeah. I like this name you guys are throwing around in here. Ryno VP Tours, great name, and definitely would be amazing to go on both Universal and WDW. Something to think about. Have I ever been to Marco's? No, I've never heard of Marco's, Trey. Oh my God, Kim, they brought this up the last time I was there. Have I ever been to Cops Frozen Custard in Milwaukee? One of my favorite burgers ever. No, I haven't. I did go to a place called Ron's Repair Shop, and that was really good. I like that, but I still haven't gotten custard there. No, I know. Oh, I summoned a sushi person in here. Oh, baby, I like raw sushi. I like all types of sushi. Oh my God, Lindsay has a Pizza Hut near in her Target. You are living, baby. I am like, so sometimes if I'll go to Cinemark instead of the AMC, the one thing that draws me in over there now, terrible crowd of people go to that one. Well, shut up while they're watching a movie, which I feel like is a movie theater everywhere now. But they have the individual Pizza Hut pizzas, and I'm always like, one pepperoni, nobody look at me. I'm going to inhale this. Tons of red pepper flakes on that. Oh my God, Diane found one of the videos. She found one of the Backlot Tour videos. I was in a Target the other day, though, and they're like bringing a Pizza Hut back to that one. Do a noodle night. Time to figure out the logistics. Oh, God, jeez, I'm this far behind. A call-in show with people eating their pizzas. I don't hate this idea. Okay, there's something here. Can we use the Pizza Hut, like somehow, like work in that? Because you know how I want that Pizza Hut where it's like the Ryno Hut? No, that makes me sound weird. I don't know. Guys, Erica went to bed. She's not in the chat anymore. Okay, John's got the Pizza thing coordinated. He says coordinate orders in time. It's so they either finish in the oven or arrive in time from the 9 p.m. live stream. So everybody's getting their pizza. They're opening the boxes, pulling them out of the oven, and we're putting on the computer. Diane is asking, can you give us a heads up what the books will be? This is in reference to the Goosebumps podcast. Okay, so I am going in order of the books. I thought about jumping around because they did release the episode titles of the show the other day, and I was like, shoot, some of the books that they're pulling from are like, I think the farthest one ahead is like book 26, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna read 10 Goosebumps books between now and October 13th. I mean, I could, but I'm like, I don't have time like that to sit and read the book one book in a sitting every day. But yeah, so I think I'm just going to stick to the order instead of like jumping around. I was going to just read them for me and then like record those podcasts and like keep them staged in order. But I was like, but that would be counterproductive because it means I would have to read like 4 books and record podcasts. So I'd be wasting all that lead space I just gave myself. So, but we're going to be in order. We're going to be in order. So I've got to, I think I'll use the Ampliverse website and I'll put out I'll be like, this is the official order of the Goosebumps books so that you have it out there and it's in an accessible space. And as I record and the episodes get published, I'll put the dates with them. So, and then the links. So we'll have a master list running. So that way, I think that'll be a good way to keep anybody on track on there, Diane. But it is wild to read them, and like clearly these are written for kids, you know what I mean? But like The Haunted Mask, I read in one sitting. I did not get up. I did not even almost fall asleep because I have that really bad problem where every time I read, I fall asleep. And then I watch the episode too after. If there's an episode of the show, I try and find the show because it's not on Netflix anymore, and there is no full collection of Goosebumps available in the United States. There is no complete series. So that sucks. I was hoping, and I don't know if there will be because I don't know if Disney owns it now because they bought Fox and it was a Fox Kids TV show, but I don't know where the rights lie on that because it was like made in Canada, but I don't know. I don't know. So there was a complete series released in the UK, I think, and there is somebody on Etsy who is selling it because when you go to like Comic-Con or a comic convention or something like that, there oftentimes will be a booth where there'll be a lot of these shows that have disappeared into existence that you can buy on a Blu-ray or something like that. And there are all those episodes that they've ripped from various, like whether, television or whatever they found it at. And this seems like one of those moments where I might have to buy it. But I spent all that money the other day, so I didn't want to buy it on Etsy where I saw it. So, oh, homemade pizzas in the stream. I like this idea. Maybe we should experiment with how we do the stream with the pizza. That would be cool. Well, like maybe it's like when we do the pizza thing, we try different types of pizzas, like trying to make the pizza different ways too. You know what I mean? Like there's bagel pizza, there's the English muffin pizza, there's the pita pizza, there's pizza casserole, there's like pizza dips. Like that would be cool. That would be cool. So I know, Lizzie, you're saying I don't have time in my life to reread the books right now. So here's the thing about the podcast, how I do it. I go through and I basically tell you like some info about the book, some fun facts, and then I will give you the plot version and like kind of my thoughts as I was reading it, and then like my final thoughts at the end. So it's kind of one of those where like you don't have to have read the book because I'm going to walk you through the book, but it's fun. Like it's supposed to be kind of like that book clubby feeling, but it's going to be in the same sort of like very free flow format, except for I write out the whole thing. So I have it in there. I might try and do some live episodes, but these will be pre-recorded, I think, because I don't trust myself to read. Would be fantastic to get the like button over 100. Perfect. Love that, Tigret. Bump this channel up to PG-13 and you'll be fine. All right. Take my top off. I hope you all stay for a while. The shawarma sandwich. Okay, sorry, I'm scrolling through. Oh yeah, Tigrat says there's this cafe where Rosita stays. I like the area as the rest were covered. Dole Whip. Tropical Hideaway at Disneyland Park. To go back to that question about food, I do really enjoy Tropical Hideaway. They have some good bao over there. Worth taking a thing, Becca. Taking a note about that too. Oh, thank you. Diane says she loves my food reviews. So great. I appreciate that. I'm very self-conscious about it because I have like a very plain, like my favorite type of food is elevated bar food, like the classic everyman's food elevated in a new and interesting way, because I don't know anything fancier than that. Oh, Tori is ready for the goosebumps. I know you are, Tori. You asked me about it before too. So, you should. John says you should host on JoJo's channel. He could use the help. JoJo, I saw him at Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens. Good Lord, I haven't been to Busch Gardens. SeaWorld, when I did the event there, it was walking in at the same time. It's always so nice. Only Murders in the Building, Becca. No spoilers. I'm still only on like episode 3 of season 3. So, you guys are all very nice. I did get that slime cup again. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of people joining in here now. It's nice. Nathan, what's up? Okay, I'm determined to get to the bottom of this chat. I'm so sorry. I know this is boring for playback people, but oh, decorating a cake and hanging out. Ah, Laura. Love to hear it. Oh, Trey's suggestion for calling Baseline Mondays a base of the Mondays. I get it, like case of the Mondays. Oh, Tori is saying, I've been pricing out Disney versus Universal and it's literally half the price. So I'm contemplating doing just a Universal trip. And that's blasphemy, but yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Sometimes you gotta mix it up, you know? Do it and regret it, you know, but then you'll at least know, you know, as opposed to just having never done it and then regretting that. So yeah. Okay, Tom is saying, Ryno, do you ever get to San Francisco to do a killer Halloween party in the Castro District? I've been doing it for 20 years. I would love to. San Francisco is a bucket list place for me. I've never been. I would love to go, especially at this time of year. I just think it would be so cool. Obviously, as a gay man in the queer community, I feel like I need to go to the Mecca at some point, right? And I mean, I guess I've been to P-Town. My uncle lives in P-Town. But yeah, I definitely want to go to San Francisco. I want to do like a road trip from top to bottom. I want to go to San Francisco and then go all the way, like hit San Diego, go through the wine country, all of that sort of stuff. And, you know, take a time, like, I don't know, when I win the lottery, I think, when I become independently wealthy, when I finally sell all these collectibles, that will be worthless by the time I sell them. Around then. All right, everyone, we're losing people to bed. I actually have to go in a little bit, so we're going to end this in a few minutes. I was only going to do this for like 45 minutes tonight, so thanks for everybody for hanging out. Ryno, what are you hiding? I get in the question in here too. Have I been to Not Scary Farm? I have been to Not Scary Farm once. I think it was like 2018. It might have been 2017. I loved it. It was the year, it was whatever Elvira's last year was, so I got to see the real Elvira perform there in person, which was incredible. And I got to, I did the front of the line pass, and it was just like, it was awesome. I loved it. I am a big fan of Not Scary Farm, and I was really hoping to do like a Halloween-based trip and go back to Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood this year, but I think next year I'm definitely doing that. Like, there's no question. I want to do Not Scary Farm, Oogie Boogie Bash, and that. I'm going to do it all together. It was just a lot of things came up this year around this time, and so I just, I want to be out there. I want to do Halloween to the max next year. I want to find, and I want that, maybe that's a series of YouTube videos that I start doing. I just want to find all Halloween events, not here. I'm talking across the country. I don't want to just do theme park stuff. I want to do like Midwest stuff. I want to do, what do you got going on in the Pacific Northwest? I almost said with a huge lisp. Yeah. Sorry, I'm almost at the bottom. Guys, I'm so far. I trigger a chat and then I get to the chat, to that part of the chat like 10 minutes later. Okay, I don't want to skip. That's why I'm like, yes, I want to go back to Kentucky. I want to do more of the bourbon distilleries. I feel like I just basically had like a preview. It was a lot of fun. And I stayed in Bardstown, and Bardstown was gorgeous and very cool. So, okay, I can hear one of my dogs is getting very restless downstairs. So I think I'm gonna say goodnight, actually. This has been wonderful. Thank you, everybody. This was a blast. Your support is incredible. Don't forget, Patreon supporters, don't forget, you have till Thursday, September 28th at midnight to answer all those questions for the... Do I have a slide in here for this? For the September contest. So again, just don't forget, if you want to participate in those. If not, either way, thank you for the support. Thank you, everybody who just watches this. You like the video. You're just in the chat. You're just commenting. And if you're somebody out there who never comments, never whatever, but you're tuning in, I'm just happy you're here as well. I just want you to know I can see you out there. Well, I can't literally, but I feel you. So you are enough. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for that. Support comes in all different shapes and sizes and ways and all of that sort of stuff. So, this really does, the last couple of times we've finished these live streams, I have felt so much better, like just emotionally. And it's been great. You're like a little medicine. And I love that. And I hope that I could maybe give that to some of you a little bit as well. And I would ask that you out there think about how you could do that for others in your life or people you may or may not know, when you see maybe somebody having a tough time and just maybe like think like, hey, you know what I could do to help that person, this thing, not everything has to be financial. It can be just as simple as being like, hey, I like your shirt, stuff like that. Just spread that sort of love around there a little bit. And I would love, I just, you do that for me. I feel like if we keep doing that for each other and we just keep making this thing grow bigger and bigger, we can create this like bubble of like love and that sort of stuff. So, I know that might sound super cheesy, but that is the vibe that I want to kind of ride off into the sunset in. And I think it's a fake it if we make it. So if I keep telling myself this stuff, I think I'll start feeling better about myself, and then maybe I can make other people feel better about themselves, that sort of thing. But I will answer the question. Desiree is asking, what size sweatshirt did you get? I wear an extra large. I bought this in an extra large. I'm glad I bought an extra large. It's not fitted or anything like that. It's not too big. It's like literally the perfect sized sweatshirt for that. So I would say buy whatever size you normally are comfortable wearing. But yeah, but thank you, everybody. I can't say thank you enough. I don't know how to say it well enough, but you're awesome. And, I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. We have to accept that. and that's fine. And I choose, you know, and that's all right. That's all right. I just choose to enjoy the people who are here for that. So, yeah. Hopefully people can watch the chat back later if you can, because I do feel bad for people who rewatch after. But like I said, there's going to be more standalone videos, so you don't always have to be jumping in the chat. You don't always have to be this. I'll lay off you all doing this later at night. I just do it because I feel like it can appeal to a couple more sectors of planet Earth if anybody wants to watch. But yeah, you're great. Thank you. Don't forget, thumbs up, subscribe, whatever. You know, click the bell and you'll get notified and all that stuff. The links for anything that I remember is like in the comments of this video. So always remember to check that. I always try to throw those down there if there's anything like important or whatever, you know, stuff we talk about or anything like that. So thanks, everybody. This has been fun. Goodbye. Oh, just in time for the barking.